A delay in telling border staff about a key change in policy means dozens of people were slapped with a whopping fine and a quarantine order by mistake. As CTV's Binder Sargent reports, those caught up in someone else's error still don't know when or how those fines will be reversed.
Trina Brady is in quarantine, even though she followed the new travel rules for heading south.
Gone for about 15 minutes, and upon my return, I was issued a erroneous fine.
Getting gas in Darien Blaine is allowed under a new border exemption for BC residents. You don't need a PCR test. People knew about it. CBSA even tweeted it. Unfortunately, no one told border staff for more than a day.
Every time there's a change of this nature, there is a bit of a transition period. Regrettably, it resulted in what we saw yesterday, where individuals were referred and subjected to fines.
$5,750 fines were issued at several crossings to likely dozens of people who were following new rules, as border officials operated on old information.
I think they have a social responsibility that when they're making changes to get that information out within their organization before the changes happen, so that they're not affecting unsuspecting and innocent people.
Mika Lalonde is an immigration lawyer who says government departments may not be talking to each other.
So, we saw a lot of confusion, particularly in the early days of the pandemic, with the interpretation of the Quarantine Act. And so I'm just not surprised that a tweet from the federal government didn't necessarily make its way down to these frontline officers.
While border guards are the gatekeepers, the Public Health Agency of Canada issues the fines. We sent our first request yesterday and multiple others after, and have heard nothing.
I think this all goes nowhere fast.
It's the same for Brady, who is on the phone and email for the second day in a row trying to find out how to get the fine and quarantine order lifted for a mistake that's not hers.
We were given two options. You take this fine, or you turn around and you go back to the States, you get that PCR test, you stay for an indefinite period of time.
Those tests can take days, meaning there could be many more people stuck waiting in the U.S. when they shouldn't be. Binder Sargent, CTV News, Victoria.